The following broadcast is a copyrighted presentation of the DHN Media Group. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of the DHN Media Group is hereby prohibited. The Delaware Blue Hens look to make it 9 for 9 at home, and they take on Navy here on Open Net Foundation Night, and we're coming at you live on Delaware Hockey Night. And a most pleasant good evening to you, wherever you may be. Welcome into the Fred Rust Arena here in Newark, Delaware, on the campus of the University of Delaware. It's time for a Friday night edition of Delaware Hockey Night, streaming live at dehockeynight.com. Here this evening, the Delaware Blue Hens take on the United States Naval Academy Midshipmen in this Friday night meeting. And as mentioned, the proceeds from tonight's game here at Fred Rust Arena, all going to support the great work done by the Open Net Foundation. James Witherite flying solo here this evening. Bob Thomas away on assignment. And we're looking at about a 7:35 start time for tonight's game between the 8-6-0 Blue Hens and the 7-4-3 Midshipmen. And we'll see a face between the pipes that we haven't seen a whole lot of so far this season, and that's Corbin Gustafson. In 2 starts this year, he's 1-1 with a 4.00 goals against average and an .890 save percentage. Chris Ponticello getting a much-deserved night off after backstopping these Blue Hens to a pair of victories over Syracuse just last week, 4-2 and 4-1. Mike Niski continues to be a big playmaker for the Blue Hens with 17 assists. Colin Emmerich doing the same on the second line with 13. And how about the rising star that's Jake Nema? Only a goal and 6 assists so far this year, but he's worked his way steadily up. Third line, second line, first line. And now he's together with the dynamic duo of Niski and Chris Mazzella. They'll have the starting duties tonight along with Harrison Good and Jake DeFerris at the blue line. And as mentioned before, Corbin Gustafson getting the nod in net this evening for the Blue Hens' lone game of the weekend. We will take a short time out here on Delaware Hockey Night. When we come back, it'll be the Blue Hens and the Midshipmen. Again, looking at about an 8:35 start time. And it's all live on Delaware Hockey Night. We are streaming on Delaware Hockey Night TV through our YouTube channel, as well on Delaware Hockey Night Radio at dehockeynight.com. You don't want to go anywhere. College hockey coming up in about 10 minutes. Delaware and Navy next on DHN. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night. We're streaming live at dehockeynight.com from the Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. James Witherite joining you, flying solo tonight on this Friday evening as the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division I team at 8-6 takes on the United States Naval Academy. The midshipmen are 7-4-3 so far this season. Delaware traveling from left to right here in period number one. Decked out in their home white kits will be backstopped by Corbin Gustafson, making his third start as a Blue Hen. He's 1-1 with a 4.00 goals against average and an .890 save percentage. The Hens will face a mighty tough netminder in Navy's Casey McCormick. He's 3-1 with a 173 goals against average, and would you look at this, a save percentage of .941. Couple names to look at on this Navy midshipman roster, both on the first line. Connor Hayden, 9 goals, 10 assists. His line mate to the left, Joe Kelly, 7 goals, 13 helpers. And that first line will be centered by Derek Golombrowski with 7 goals and 4 assists so far this season. John Scotcha and Brendan Reynolds back at the blue line. And without further ado, let's head to public address announcer Bill Williams for tonight's opening introductions.
Division I Blue Hens Hockey. Welcome to the Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware, where this evening the U.S. Naval Academy midshipmen take on your University of Delaware Fighting Blue Hens. At this time, let's introduce the starting lineup for the Naval Academy. Starting at left defense, number 27, Brandon Reynolds. Starting at right defense, number 2, John Scotcha. Starting at left wing, number 12, Connor Hayden. Starting at center, number 20, Derek Golombrowski. Starting at right wing, number 24, Joe Kelly. And starting in the lower U.S. Naval Academy, number 31, Casey McCormick. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rise to the feet and introduce the starting lineup for your University of Delaware Fighting Blue Hens. Starting at left defense, a senior from Lordstown, New Jersey, number 19, Jake Dunferris. Starting at right defense, a sophomore from Newburyport, Massachusetts, number 5, Harrison Jordan. Starting at left wing, a senior from Columbia, New Jersey, number 22, Michael Niski. Starting at center, a sophomore from Allentown, PA, number 25, Jake Niemeyer. Starting at right wing, a senior from Monroe, New York, number 13, Chris Hudson. And starting at goal, a junior from Fort Pennsylvania, number 30, Corbin Gustafson. Delaware is led by a first-time middle line assistant coaches are Dan Schroll and Jason Baines. The referees for tonight's game, Wayne Sims and Tim Holtz. The linesman is Mike Campbell and Rob O'Brien. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and men, remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight, as always, the anthem will be sung by our play-by-play announcer, James Witherite.
At the twilight last
it's time for some Friday night hockey in Newark. As public address announcer Bill Williams says, the most exciting game on campus, quite frankly, the greatest game in the world, if you ask us, here in the Fred Rust Arena press box. Delaware looking to pad an 8-6 record. They're undefeated at home this season, having swept Syracuse last weekend 4-2 and 4-1. This is their first meeting with Navy this season. The two schools only separated by about an hour and 10 minutes. Mike Campbell will have the opening faceoff. He and Rob O'Brien on the lines. Wayne Sands and Tim Holtz in the bands this evening, and off we go. Navy wins the initial faceoff. Scotcha from his own blue line saw his outlet pass broken up by Mike Niski, and in comes the Delaware forecheck. Brendan Reynolds for the midshipmen, traveling right to left in navy blue and gold. Picks up the puck, works it up the far board, centering past the neutral territory to Connor Hayden. Walked in, backhand shot from point blank range, missed the net to the right side, and Jake DeFerris handles the rebound in the far corner of his own zone. Across to Good under forechecking pressure, and Good up the near wall, has a little bit more room to work with, flips the puck ahead to Mike Niski, ricochets it off the near wall, but he's challenged by Andrew Douglas. In comes the second line, very short first shift for the midshipmen, and a very fast goal for the boys in blue too, as Andrew Douglas and Aiden, and Joe Kelly wasn't on the left side, came in together, took all of 43 seconds. And the Mids are on the board, 1-0. I think it was Kelly from Andrew Douglas on that goal. We'll get confirmation from public address announcer Bill Williams here momentarily, as soon as he's got everything squared away. So Navy just 43 seconds in, off to the races, and they capitalize on the odd man rush to beat Gustafson in the first minute of play. Penn's able to work into attacking position. Colin Emmerich gets a shot off from the bottom edge of the right circle, right off the pads of McCormick. It comes back to the near corner. Here's Bill. So Douglas had a hand, obviously, in the advance up neutral ice, but the goal is credited to Connor Hayden, his 10th of the season, and the assist to Joe Kelly, that at 43 seconds to put Navy up 1-0. And the Blue Hens' second defensive pair playing keep away behind their own goal after a failed Navy attack. This puck lofted by Harrison Schuma from deep in his own zone. The length of the ice, this comes back in icing. 1 minute and 45 seconds in to period number 1. And the third unit on now for the Mids. And an attacking zone face-off for them. Goes the way of the Delaware Blue Hens, kept in their zone. Wagner flips the puck ahead to Ethan Docking along the near boards. He gets to the Navy blue line, absorbs a check from Daniel Schoenemann. Dumps the puck in behind the cage to Wagner, now to Pierkowski working the left corner. Swatted by Casco and at the right point to protect the zone. Failed redirect attempt from Wagner right in front of the blue paint. Turned aside by McCormick. Rebound contested at the far wall. It's a 2-on-2 battle for the puck. Corralled now by Edward Schau. Played behind his own cage to D partner Schoenemann. Up the middle, he works it past center. On to Fisher. Long shot thrown in by Dan Fisher. From just outside the blue line, caught and held on to by Corbin Gustafson to force a stop in the action. 2 minutes and 23 seconds into this first period of play at Fred Rust Arena. Face-off moves to the far circle. Docking and Riley to take the draw. It's won by Ethan Docking for Delaware. Stretch pass from Cascone's stick. Sails right past his intended target, Cam Pierkowski. And into the far corner of the Navy zone for another icing. 2 icings from Delaware so far. We're only 2.5 minutes into the contest. And this face-off comes to the left of Gustafson. No, it doesn't. It's marked by linesman Mike Campbell to the near side. That's where the pass originated. So Docking and Jack Burke meet for this draw. Puck played up the near side, taken away from Scotcha by Wagner. Wagner races up the near wall, shoots at the half wall. His stick checked off its line by Brendan Reynolds. Puck recovered by the mids, but taken back by Cascone at his own blue line. Advanced again to Docking, but he skates head on into a 1-on-2. Mikey Patterson offering some support now. Chips the puck in behind the Navy goal off his backhand. Scotcha can't clear it out. And a couple of sticks on the puck right in front of the Navy bench. Send it flying over the boards and out of play. We're just past the 3-minute mark here in period number 1. And the Hens will get their first attacking zone draw of the night. Fourth line on for Delaware. Hulser overpowered on the dot. Here's Joe Kelly again up the left wing boards, making hasty work of gaining the Delaware zone. Looked for a shot at the top of the circle. It came right back to him, blocked 10 feet after he got rid of it. Golombrowski, the Delawarean, plays it back behind the cage to line mate Joe Kelly. Backhanded onto the near point where waiting is Joe Walton. Jenny plays the body on him. Puck chipped up about belt high, recovered by Delaware's Harrison Good. He gets to center, swats it in behind the Navy goal. Race on for the biscuit. Walton takes it away from the line of travel of Devin Jenny. And the Navy midshipmen able to regroup in their zone, but Chris Mazzella puts forechecking pressure on Joe Walton back behind the cage. Mazzella got the puck back. He leaves it to Good at the right point, across the blue line to Ferris. He's pickpocketed by Connor Hayden of the Navy midshipmen. Delayed offside. Now it's touched on by Andrew Douglas, and that gives us a break in the action. 4 minutes and 3 seconds into this first period of play. Andrew Douglas a good 4 feet offside as he received that puck. And as a result, the ensuing faceoff comes above the Delaware stripe, but Navy once again controls the momentum. Dump and chase on for the mids. Puck recovered by Chuma in the near corner of the Delaware zone. Jack Zimmer helping him out. Brother Will Scratch from the Delaware side, as are Jackson E., Ryan Burns, Christian Brunel, Ryan Luppy, Jay Luce, and Dom Guido. Ivan Sidoriak remains out, still nursing that upper body injury. We expect to see him back in action either next week or the week following. Play continuing on in the Delaware zone. Nima plays the body on Nathan Hayden in the far corner. Now it's a 2-on-2 battle as Chuma tries to extract the puck there. It's knocked loose, thrown net front by Navy's Andrew Douglas and covered up by Corbin Gustafson to force the stoppage at the 4:18 mark of this first period. And the Navy midshipmen with a 1-0 lead over the Delaware Blue Hens, as the second line comes on for Delaware and the third line comes on for Navy. Face off to the left of Gustafson, Felice and Riley Jamieson to take the draw. Delaware wins control of the puck. Mikey Patterson on the run, kept there by McVickers as forechecking pressure. Patterson lofts the puck over neutral ice, and it trickles past the Navy goal line for the third icing of the game against Delaware in the first 5 minutes of play. 3 icings in the first 5 minutes, and that doesn't do anything to help the momentum. Kevin Felice at the left dots got the puck from Emmerich, walked it in over the Navy blue line. Emmerich failed to wrap around. He was kept wide. Kicked it back to Cascone at the point, across to Patterson, now to Redgate, working the left corner for Delaware. Cycles the puck to Felice, back to Cascone, thrown in up high. Redgate on the doorstep. Can't place the redirect as Casey McCormick was able to make a clean save and control any rebound opportunities there. It's recovered by Scotcha for Navy, kept in by Cascone. At the right point, Felice headmanned the puck. He was checked off it in the low slot by Daniel Fisher. Back it comes to Skip Redgate, working the right half wall. Cascone throws one through. Streaking through the slot to try to put stick on puck was Colin Emmerich, but Casey McCormick has the last word on the exchange as we near the 6-minute mark of the first period, and the Navy midshipmen, pinned back in their zone, are working hard to protect the 1-0 lead. Docking bats the puck forward off the draw with Walton. It's contested by Pierkowski in the near corner, but taken away by Navy's Joe Giannini at the far side. Chipped on out of the zone by Riley. Races on for it back to the Delaware stripe, and it's corralled by Cam Pierkowski. He flips the puck back to Good. Good waits behind his own goal. To DeFerris left side. Lots of space up the middle. He connects with Docking on the breakout pass to Jandoli, the scrappy 5'7" winger. Gains the Navy blue line. Cross ice pass. Evades Pierkowski. It's cleared out. Back in it comes to Joe Walton. Losing his footing, Joe Giannini. Lost the puck. And Docking rings one off the post right on the doorstep. He almost tied it, Ethan Docking did. Lots of space to work with, but all we hear is iron behind Casey McCormick. And DeFerris, under 2-ply forechecking pressure, will get the momentum going from left to right once again after Delaware's best scoring chance of the first 7 minutes of the game. Ostrander and Schoenemann tied up at the near corner, vying for the puck. Now it's extracted by Gavin Hulser. He turns at the right half wall, plus 10 feet, threw a shot into a sea of navy blue sweaters. Follow-up chance from Chuma, denied by pressure from Joe Kelly, who just stole the puck in broad daylight, walked it back into the Blue Hens' end. But there it's corralled by Chuma. He's unable to clear, neither is Zimmer up the far side, comes right back to him after Edward Shaw protected the point. It's cleared, but taken away by Andrew Douglas for Navy. Returning the volley is Hulser, who carries it into the Navy zone. Throws one in from the top of the right circle, but this puck again is caught by Casey McCormick. He flashes the leather with 12:14 to go in the first period. And as he hangs on to the vulcanized rubber, we've got ourselves another break in the action. Delaware Hockey Night streaming live on DHN TV and DHN Radio, brought to you by the DHN Media Group. Solutions for small businesses including writing, editing, web design, graphic design, social media consultation, multimedia event production, and more. Pay us a visit, dhnmediagroup.com, to learn how we can help bolster your brand. Delayed offside on Navy as Scotcha chipped the puck in from neutral ice. It's taken away by Hulser. Hulser weaves his way through traffic to regain the Navy blue line, dumps the puck into the near corner, absorbs a check from Scotcha, and it's taken away by the mids nearly. Ostrander crossing to the left point, was able to protect the zone, foiling Hayden's effort. Nathan Hayden, that is, to get the puck on out. Nathan Hayden wearing 23, Connor Hayden wearing number 12. We'll keep them straight for you as best we can. Trailing back to the left point, Patterson threw the puck into the slot, but the stick of Gavin Hulser was disrupted on the redirect attempt right in front, and an offside against. The U.S. Naval Academy will bring play back into the neutral zone with 11:21 to go here in period number 1. And the Navy midshipmen up 1-0 over Delaware. Face-off comes above the Blue Hens blue line. And the Hens' Jake Nema was able to press play as far as the Navy blue line before Fisher was able to counter. Fisher at the right half wall, lost control of the puck for a moment, retraced his steps, dumped it in behind the cage, where out the near side came Jamison. Fed to Anders Gulbranson, working center point. He threw a long shot in, but it was blocked away. Hens coming out of their zone. This is Jake DeFerris, who flips the puck to his right. Chris Mazzella gains the Navy blue line, cross ice pass to Niski, blocked down before it even had a chance. McVickers works play back into neutral territory. Puck rolls behind the Delaware goal into the near corner, in fact, where it's steadied by Harrison Good. Advanced now by the accelerating Mike Niski with that superior speed of his, but he skates headlong into a 1-on-3. Packing the puck down nearly at the blue line was Mazzella to protect the zone, but he was overpowered by Jack Burke, who steamrolls his way back into the Delaware end for the midshipmen as we near the midpoint of this first period. And the clock didn't start. It's 1-0 USNA. We'll let the clock run on your monitor. Meanwhile, with 10:04 to go in the first period, the Mids threw a puck into the netting behind Delaware goalie Corbin Gustafson. but ruled a shot on goal. The face-off remains in the attacking zone. Still a 50-second discrepancy between true clock and screen clock. We're at the 9:53 to go mark of the first period as Felice flips the puck in to the Navy zone. The chase is on, but that Navy back check remains strong as ever, and Joe Kelly's able to get to it. Now controlled by Schoeneman behind his own cage. Skip Redgate's forechecking pressure. Gains the puck again for him, centering pass to Felice. He's checked off it in the low slot by Schau. In the mids press play, the length of the ice once again. Redgate, cross ice pass to Emmerich in the neutral zone. Drop back to Felice, center point. Drop to Redgate. Hard shot from 20 feet away. Blocking the angle and the puck was Casey McCormick. And here come the mids again, a 2-on-2. Golombrowski stops past center along the far side. Flips the puck into the near corner of the Delaware zone. Got a good bit of loft on it too. And that gives the midshipmen time for at least a partial line change. Now Hayden and Kelly come off. And Douglas will be joined by his line mates, Nathan Hayden and John Mullen. Hens back on the offensive. Mikey Patterson let one rip from the top of the left circle, but missed his line by a country mile. Scotcha handles the rebound. Challenged now by Wagner at the near half wall. Puck out of play with 8:41 to go in this first period. Again, we're letting the clock in the lower right-hand corner of your screen run, so we can get the two synced up. Won't be much longer now. And the Hens gain an attacking zone face-off as a result of the puck out of play off a Navy player. Clock discrepancy now 25 seconds. Big hit on Docking right in front of the Navy bench. Puck goes out of play as well. Hens stay in their zone. Third line stays on. Docking flanked by Wagner and Pierkowski. Taking the face-off for Navy is Douglas. Now we're down to a 6-second discrepancy on the clock. Delaware's Tommy Cascone with a hard shot from the right point. This one caught and held on to by Casey McCormick. And a break in the action moves the face-off to the near circle. Docking wins it for Delaware. Played to his right. Pierkowski absorbs a shove into the boards by Johnny Mullen. Cascone protects the zone at the right point. Throws the puck through the slot. It bounces off the backboards to the far corner. Swatted by Mike Patterson. Over to the near side. John Mullen backhands it out of harm's way. Advanced now by Gulbranson. Up the middle comes Nathan Hayden into the Delaware zone. Crashing the net, Riley was disrupted by Cascone. Hustling on the back check. Wagner controls the puck. Patterson chips it to the near wall, where Pierkowski headmans it to Wagner through neutral territory. Wagner streaks his way in. Puck swatted away from his reach by Joe Giannini from the area that we officials call home base. The Hens hustle back into neutral territory, and Devin Jenny avoids a check from Mullen to regain the Navy zone. 7.5 minutes to go in the first period. A cannon from Harrison. Good. Stick saved by McCormick. Follow-up chance from Ostrander. Sails in behind the cage as well. And the midshipmen are able to take some heat out of the hot kitchen and play the puck up the far side into Delaware territory once again. Thanks to Andrew Douglas, the Hens had to chase all the way back to their own goal line to get the momentum going again. Harrison Good, angled to the left boards. Ricocheted the puck off the wall right in front of the Navy penalty box, and behind the midshipman goal it goes. Schau, hassled deep in his zone by Jenny. Jenny recovers the puck for Delaware, threw one toward the net, but it's played out of harm's way by Schoeneman. Cleared out from the far wall by Daniel Fisher. Turned back by Jenny in toward Hulser. At the near half wall, he gets tied up. Jenny offering support, but the puck's batted past him and Harrison Good. Here's a 2-on-1 the other direction. Centering pass from Nick Vickers. Daniel Fisher with the shot from 15 feet away. Blocked down by Corbin Gustafson. And the Mids are forced back to their own blue line to get momentum going again with just over 6 minutes remaining here in the first period of play. DeFerris recovers the puck behind his own goal off that failed Navy dump and chase. Forecheck comes in a little bit stronger now. And Burke recovers the puck for the boys in blue. Couldn't center it to Ryan Days. And the Hens at least clear their blue line. But the next Navy re-entry just as fast. Days with a hard shot. The rebound chance goes in. Gustafson drawn out of position to make the initial save. Gave up the net. And the second goal of the game belongs to the Navy midshipmen as well. It is 2-0. So Delaware in a precarious position early. Down 2-0. Outworked by Navy through the first 14 minutes of the game. Mike Niski stopping at the near half wall. Surrounded by midshipmen. Kicked the puck back to the point. Schuma threw one off the pads of McCormick, but there's nobody home for the rebound opportunity. We'll go to Bill Williams momentarily. He'll give us the scoring information on Navy's second goal. Meanwhile, Jack Zimmer throws the puck up the middle. It bounces off the stick of Nima. Mazzella can't keep the momentum going. Joe Kelly turns it back the other direction. Hard shot and a 2-on-2. Denied by Gustafson. Schuma had to help out to make a save there as Gustafson regathered his feet. Here's Bill. McVickers is going to get the assist as John Scotcha gets his 5th of the season at 14:05 to make this a 2-0 game. Advantage Navy. 4:40 to go here in the first period of action at Fred Rust Arena. Navy midshipmen 2, Delaware Blue Hens 0. Joe Kelly wins a battle for the puck along the near boards. Throws it across neutral ice in the path of Andrew Douglas. But Mikey Patterson is able to take it away for Delaware. Backhanded behind his own cage to Casco near side. Now on to Felice Bothard as he comes in toward the Navy blue line. Back to Skip Redgate working center. Stolen from him by John Mullen. Here's a 3-on-2 for Navy. Mullen across to the top of the right circle. Sets up an Nathan Hayden one-timer. And that one sails into the netting behind Gustafson with 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the first period of play. Hens pinned back in their zone. They gave up early momentum. They couldn't convert on some early scoring chances either. And now they find themselves down 2-0. Scrum for the puck in the high slot, recovered by Redgate for Delaware, played to Emmerich at his left. 2-on-2 this attack. Good back check from Daniel Schoenemann. Forces Redgate in behind the cage. Schoenemann recovers the puck for Navy. He plays it up the right side. He's able to evade a Felice stick check. And he works the puck from blue line to blue line. Scoring correction on the Navy second goal. It's Ryan Days with the assist. That's who we thought had the initial shot anyway. So it will be Scotcha from Days on that second Navy goal by the official tally. And it remains a 2-0 game advantage midshipmen. Centering pass from Pierkowski. Fanned on by Jandoli. Docking couldn't put it away either. Recovered by Docking. Lost control of the puck as he tried to get cute on the stick handling to try to wrap it around. It's taken away by Mullen. Ricocheted off the near boards into the path of Dan Fisher, but good recovers for Delaware after hustling back deep in his own zone. Good on the run from Days. Plays it on to Cam Pierkowski up the near side. He lost his footing, lost the puck too. Scotcha works it the other direction, back to Days in over the Delaware blue line. Recovered by Delaware. Battle for the puck in front of the Blue Hens bench, and DeFerris bats it from blue line to blue line. It's recovered by Scotcha for Navy. Played off the near wall ahead to Aiden Riley. Icing waved off. We're down to the final 2 minutes and 15 seconds of this first period. It's a 2-0 contest advantage Navy midshipmen. Puck rolls to the far corner of the Delaware zone. DeFerris winds up to try to clear. It catches the skate of Days just before leaving the zone. Puck thrown up into the rafters, and this one whistled dead. With 1:59 to go in the first period. It was off a Navy stick, so the face-off by rights should come outside the blue line, but I don't think it will. Stick check by Delaware, perhaps. That's the best we can surmise. Puck thrown in from the left point by Gulbranson. Blocked down, 2-on-2 the other direction. Hulser hurried a little bit on that shot from the top of the left circle. Missed his target by a country mile. Chuma waits for Hulser and Jenny to tag up before re-entering in line with the left dots. He does so, but loses the puck after flipping it in. It's cleared out by Navy's Anders Gulbranson. 2-on-1 the other way. Drop pass from Connor Hayden to Joe Kelly in the slot. He couldn't connect from 15 feet out, and Jack Zimmer is able to clear. Back at the Navy blue line in front of their bench, Giannini turns it the other direction. Good opportunity for a Navy line change, and they execute that perfectly. Meanwhile, Hulser plays the puck out of his own zone up the near wall into the path of Ostrander, taken away from him by Andrew Douglas, and he muscles his way back into the Delaware end. 65 seconds to go here in the first period of play. Shot from the right dot by Douglas, turned aside by Gustafson. Rather, that shot came from Johnny Mullen. Hens in a line change. They've got the big guns on now. Niski puts the forechecking pressure on Schau. Walton can't clear the zone. Mazzella protects that far point. Mullen recovers. 40 seconds to go. Thrown by Schau across ice mid-zone. Off the far boards, it's handled by Schoeneman. Played in behind again. Out of the reach of Mullen. Niski recovers. He turns on the Jets, comes to the top of the zone. Plays it to Patterson at the left point. Thrown in. Nima couldn't place the redirect just right. And this puck is batted out of the Navy end by Andrew Douglas. Niski hustles back to his own stripe to recover. 17 seconds to go. Headman pass to Niski, or to Nima rather, through neutral territory. Disrupted by the stick of Edward Schau. Puck is loose again. Corralled by Riley Jamieson. Here's a 2-on-2, 5 seconds to go. Navy back on the offensive, trying to get one more in the period. But Patterson carries Fisher to the far corner, and that will do it for period number 1. 20 minutes in the books. Navy 2, Delaware 0. We'll take a break on Delaware Hockey Night. There's plenty more to come after this intermission. Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night, streaming live at dehockeynight.com and new this season, Delaware Hockey Night TV. James Witherite joining you from Fred Rust Arena. We're through 20 minutes of play. The Navy midshipmen bounced out to a 2-0 lead over the Delaware Blue Hens. Connor Hayden opened the scoring 43 seconds in with his 10th of the season. A net front finish off an odd man rush. And then at the 14:05 mark of the first period, John Scotcha with his 5th of the year. A net front punch in off a rebound made it 2-0. The advantage still to the Navy midshipmen, and they start the second period on the offensive. Now the puck played out by the Hens, carried by DeFerris up the near side. He dumps it into the near corner on past Reynolds. Tried to chase it down and leave it to Emmerich. Couldn't do so. It's chipped out of the Navy zone by Golembrowski. Head man up the middle to Joe Kelly, and his shot from 35 feet away. Deflected up into the netting behind the Delaware goal and out of play. Face-off comes to the right of netminder Corbin Gustafson. Kevin Felice in to take it across from Golembrowski. It's batted into the slot area, cleared out nearly by Felice, kept in at the right point, and thrown quickly in by D-man Brendan Reynolds. Gustafson traps the puck under his left leg, and that brings play to a halt at the 38-second mark of this second period. Face off again, comes out to the near circle. Thrown in again by Kelly. It rings off the backboards. Niski clears the puck from inside his own blue line. Linesman Mike Campbell waves off the icing, race on to the far corner of the Navy zone. Chris Mazzella putting the forechecking heat on. Schuma fanned on the puck just inside the blue line to try to protect the zone. He chases back to his own stripe to regroup. Leaves it to Jake Nema. Here comes Niski, bobbing and weaving his way up the near boards to gain, centering past Mazzella. Can't punch one past. Casey McCormick gets the glove down to cover up the puck. A minute and 11 in to this second period. And a break in the action is upon us. First line stays out for Delaware. Looks like a bit of an equipment issue for goalie Casey McCormick of Navy. As we await the face-off to McCormick's left. Discussion continues in front of the Navy goal. And the face-off is being marked in front of the Navy goal to the left of netminder Casey McCormick. Referees Wayne Sands and Tim Holtz explaining the situation at hand to both coaches. Looks like there's bit of ice repair that needs to take place. The capable Kyle Blevins, part of the rink staff here at Fred Rust Arena, has been summoned out by linesman Rob O'Brien. Indeed it is ice repair taking place right now. We'll take a quick timeout here on DHN while this repair takes place. We're 72 seconds into the second period. Navy 2, Delaware 0. We'll be back when play resumes on Delaware Hockey Night. And back we come at Fred Rust Arena. Ice has been sufficiently repaired, and play resumes with an attacking zone faceoff for the Delaware Blue Hens, trailing the Navy midshipmen by a tally of 2-0 at this juncture. We're early in the second period, just 80 seconds in. Here's Mazzella, puck poke checked away from him mid-slot, and now cleared out by the mids. Harrison Schuma is able to recover deep in his own end, pursued by the forechecking John Mullen. Schuma gets it right back, fans on it behind the cage. Jack Zimmer works it out to Niski. Tried to center to Nima, that pass intercepted cleanly by John Mullen before the puck exited the Delaware zone. Schuma can't clear it again, taken away from him by Douglas. Wristed in behind the Delaware goal, out the puck comes to the near corner. Thrown in from the point, Joseph Giannini's shot. Deflected off a stick in behind the Delaware cage. Battle for the puck developing still. From the left side, it's wrapped around by Mullen. He takes a check from Zimmer into the near corner boards. Puck squirts through the other way. And now Schuma is able to clear. Schau tried to bat the puck down just inside the Delaware blue line, but it bounced over his stick. Was brought back by Mazzella from coast to coast nearly. Mullen recovered deep in his own end. And now it'll be played out by Zimmer up the left side. Stretch pass hits Wagner. And so does Daniel Schoenemann. Just above the Navy blue line. And the puck goes out of play shortly after he entered the zone. And the ensuing faceoff will take place at center red. It was ruled he didn't gain the dots. Docking to take the center ice face-off. The Navy's able to set up a 2-on-1, or are they? In came McVickers and Fisher, but the Delaware back check was able to catch up this time and break up that opportunity. Here's Jamieson streaking through. Gustafson makes the save on him from point-blank range, and McVickers lost his footing on the follow-up attempt. Jamieson checked off the puck as he came walking in up the left side of the goal line that time. McVickers' chance from the left dot denied by Gustafson, and Fisher lost his footing on the rebound opportunity a second time. Hens work play from right to left. We're 3.5 into the second period. And this will be an icing against the Navy midshipmen at the 3:36 mark of the second period. And Navy with a 2-0 lead over Delaware. Gavin Hulser to take the draw at the near circle of the Navy zone across from Jamieson. Battle for the puck develops near side. And referee Tim Holtz signals a hand pass on Navy, so it stays in the midshipman zone. Jamieson wins this draw from the near circle. Schoenemann plays the puck behind his own cage. Up the left side came Reynolds. He steamrolls into Rob O'Brien, lost the puck at the blue line. Hulser bobbing and weaving the other way. Hard shot from 35 feet away. Tracked and turned aside by McCormick. Winding up for the cross ice pass. Connor Hayden clears the zone across to Joe Kelly. Back it comes to Reynolds. Now up the near side, Hayden chips it in from over center red. In behind the Delaware net, where it will be recovered by Jake DeFerris. Advanced to Devin Jenny. He tries to dodge a check from Brendan Reynolds, but still hits Jenny. Jenny hits boards. Puck ends up in the Navy zone. Chased down by DeFerris. Flipped into the corner where Ostrander is sandwiched into the wall by Golembrowski. Puck rolls to the far side. Swatted by Kelly back behind the cage. Race on for it now. Scotcha gets to it just a half step before Jenny does. Kept in by DeFerris at the left point. He's drawn into the neutral zone by pressure from Golembrowski. He's forced to rest it in, and that gives Delaware an opportunity for a line change, unable to make further progress without tagging up. Connor Hayden presses play the other direction to the Delaware blue line, plus about 15 feet. It's batted in deeper, recovered by Harrison Good. We're past the 5-minute mark of the first period. DeFerris under a heavy Joe Kelly forecheck, lost his footing in the far corner, and now Good works it on to Emmerich up the left side. He's held down by Brendan Reynolds. Puck is tied up. It's poked free, recovered by DeFerris, but this forechecking pressure from the Navy midshipmen continues to trouble the Delaware Blue Hens. They've not been able to generate quality scoring chances. They had the one 7 minutes in, puck on crossbar, but aside from that, it's been Navy out working and out hustling and out playing Delaware every step of the way so far. Kevin Felice centering pass, fanned on by Emmerich, crossing through the slot. Loose puck corralled by Andrew Douglas. He brings it in up the right side to set up a 2-on-2. Crossing to the top of the right circle, he shoots. Jack Zimmer stick checks that puck away to the far corner. Back in it comes for the Delaware end. They gain the Navy zone. Drop pass came to Felice, and he hammers it home! Kevin Felice puts the Delaware Blue Hens on the board at 6:13 in the second period. It is now 2-1 as Felice, off that drop pass in the slot, gets his 6th of the year. So at 6:13 in the second period, the Blue Hens get back within a goal. Drop pass from the mid slot. And that's the spark the Blue Hens needed, or is it? Here comes Jamieson the other way. Beat Chuma. He's crashing into the net. There's no goal, says Tim Holtz. That is waved off immediately as Gustafson got run into by Jamieson. I'd say it's just a garden variety no goal. Derek Olenbrowski and Chris Mazzella will await the explanation from Tim Holtz as to why. Gustafson was denied the opportunity to play his position. You're not going to see a penalty on this one, but the faceoff does come outside the Delaware blue line after Jamison's momentum carried him right into Gustafson. It does go inside. Mazzella's asking Holtz right in front of the press box, out of your view right now, why it stays inside the zone, but honestly, I'm a bit confused on the matter myself. Goal at 6:13 from Felice, his 6th of the year, the assist to Redgate and Suma. That 15-foot wrister right down the pipe from Felice. Put the Hens on the board. Here's Niski, centering pass. Nemo over the crossbar with the one-timer from 12 feet out. Suma at the right point swats the puck in deeper. Played out up the near side by Schau. On further, Kelly dumps it into the Delaware zone, recovered by Chuma. Mazzella looking for space. Chuma just launches it from his own blue line. Now the pressure's in on McCormick, and he covers up the puck for the stoppage. At the 7-minute mark of the second period, Delaware with a 2-1 deficit now behind Navy. They cut the midshipmen's first period lead squarely in half. The third line's on to keep the momentum going. Docking leaves it back to Tommy Cascone. Bobbled by McCormick. Swarming in came the Blue Hens, but could not finish. McCormick drops the glove, covers up the puck. Face-off comes out to his left once again. Pierkowski stick handles at the right half wall. centers, Docking, hard wrister, off the paddle of McCormick, it's loose, Pierkowski can't protect center point, puck poked away from him by Joe Kelly, race on to the dots of the Delaware zone, Mikey Patterson got there in time to break up a near scoring chance for the Navy side. Kelly recovers the puck, put one on a tee for Brendan Reynolds at the top of the right circle, but his one-timer is caught ultimately by Corbin Gustafson, who hangs on for the stoppage just past the 7.5 minute mark of this second period. Navy with a 2-1 lead over Delaware and now attacking zone position. Face off in the near circle of the Delaware zone, won by Docking. Patterson plays the carom shot behind the net. Jandoli lofts it out, up the far boards. Headmans it now to Pierkowski, getting it back at his blue line. On to Patterson, working his way in up the left wing boards. Plays it behind the cage to Docking. Docking's kept wide by Scotch as he rounds the corner. Docking back to the top of the zone, across to Patterson, near side, thrown in. Pierkowski couldn't place the redirect. Cascone trails back, protects the right point, gives the puck up to Scotcha. He gets as far as his own blue line before dumping the puck across neutral territory. Here's a 2-on-1 for Delaware. Pierkowski through the slot, try to put the puck through the legs of Brendan Reynolds to Jandoli coming in from a head-on angle. And the first penalty of the game goes against Delaware. Greg Jandoli is going to be called for interference by Tim Holtz. Interference at 8:25 on the fourth line winger. And the first power play of the game belongs to the U.S. Naval Academy midshipmen. Jandoli, 2 for interference at 8:25, officially speaking. Golombrowski, both Haydens, Kelly, and Mullen with 5 on this power play. And they're forced to set things up behind their own goal after Emmerich was able to press play 2/3 the length of the ice. And the 2-on-2 up the left wing boards comes Kelly, stopping just above the corner. He's it back to Golombrowski in front of the Navy bench. Now across center point to Hayden. Back to Golombrowski, left corner. He's kept wide by Nima. Hayden across now to Kelly. That was Connor Hayden who gets it right back center point. Kelly outside it to the right circle. Threw one over the crossbar into the glass. Gustafson, I think, got a piece of that, and the puck rolls back as far as the Navy blue line, where Connor Hayden's hassled by Emmerich to work play back from left to right. In comes Nathan Hayden, stopping at the near half wall. Centering pass, nobody home. Emmerich with the easy clear. Half the Jandoli penalty has expired. 9.5 minutes have expired here in the second period of a 2-1 game. Advantage still to the Navy midshipmen. Second wave of the PK on for Delaware. Docking, Zimmer, Schuma, and Pierkowski. Zimmer with a stretch pass out of his zone. Finds Docking, gaining to the right half wall, kept wide by Jamieson. Under duress from both angles, Docking dumps the puck deep into Navy territory, and it's cleared out by Schoenemann. Cross ice pass connects with Douglas. Second wave on. Douglas, angled to the corner far side by Schuma. Gets a shove behind the net. Douglas able to stay with the puck, tried to wrist it back out to the right point. Reynolds drawn back to his own blue line. Accelerates through neutral ice, lost the puck. Docking was able to take it away but could not clear. Docking gets it again in a battle in front of the Navy bench alongside Andrew Douglas. Now it's a 2-on-2 tie-up. Jandoli's penalty is expired. He heads to the bench, and on comes Gavin Hulser to complete the quintet of Delaware Blue Hens on now. We've passed the midway point of the game. Here's Hulser up the right side and a 2-on-1. Centering pass, Pierkowski. He shoots and scores! Cam Pierkowski said the centering pass had one on a tee. And it's 2-1. It's 2-2. How about that? It is 2-2 as Pierkowski's third of the season. Puts the Hens on level pegging with 9:18 to go in the second period. 17 seconds after the Giannoli penalty expired, Delaware able to generate a 2-on-1. Hulser up the right. Gained the Navy zone. Centering pass to Pierkowski. On in. He went top shelf to make it 2-2. 9:02 left here in period number 2. Our scoreboard graphic can be a little bit touchy sometimes, so we'll let it run down. 9:02 to go in the period. Here's Hulser again. Jenny on his horse, looking for net front position. Hulser takes the shot himself, and McCormick makes the save this time. Now the tempers start to flare a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Just a little jawing after the whistle, nothing serious. Goal! Woo! Right off the face-off. The Delaware Blue Hens coming back with 3 unanswered goals. And it's 3-2. Wow. What intensity, what tenacity. That's great. Great for Delaware to get back on the board so quickly. This at 11:08, 26 seconds between the goals. It is 3-2 Delaware. Here's Bill.
Score by number 37, Gavin Osler. The assistant number 23, Jenny. Time of the goal, 11 minutes 8 seconds. That's 37 Osler.
Off the right circle face-off. Won by Devin Jenny. Hulser comes crashing in. And he's able to punch the puck in past McCormick to make it a 3-2 game. Advantage Delaware. And they're keeping the heat on. Felice to Emmerich behind the net. That pass broken up by Schoenemann. Here comes Douglas up the right side. Back in for Navy. Douglas has space. He's angled wide by Good. Tried to center the puck on to Mullen. He couldn't get the shot off either. Nathan Hayden tripped up in neutral territory. This one goes on. DeFerris tries to bob and weave through traffic. Zone lost. Puck was poke checked away from him. Good rifles it back deep into Navy territory. And a well-executed dump and chase from the midshipmen give them an opportunity for a line change with 7.5 minutes to go in the second period. And for the first time this evening, the midshipmen are trailing. Walton behind his own cage. Plays the puck up the right side. It's advanced by Jamieson to Fisher. Cross ice pass. Shot thrown in by McVickers from just above the left dot. It is wide. Corralled by DeFerris. Played behind the cage to Zimmer up the middle. Here comes Mike Niski. Breakaway. He's hauled down. Is this going to be a penalty shot? Delayed penalty signaled by Tim Holtz. Gustafson makes a break for the bench. Extra attacker is on. And now we're stopped up. penalty shot, Delaware. Niski was hauled down on a breakaway. And at 13-14, it's just going to be Niski and Casey McCormick. The Mikes discussing the rules at the Delaware blue line. Linesman Mike Campbell and Delaware co-captain Mike Niski. Snow on pants and all. Here he comes up the middle. Niski streaking in. Shot, score! It's 4-2. And all Casey McCormick can do is stand there dejected in the blue paint after giving up 4 goals in 7 minutes. It's 4-2 Delaware. Mike Niski gets his 6th of the season off the penalty shot. And he controls the puck off the center ice face-off that followed. Niski up the left side. Carries the puck in up the near boards, absorbs a hard check at the corner. And there's another one! Oy, oy, oy! Jack Zimmer from the left point. Did somebody get a piece of it net front afterwards? Wow! What fire has gotten into these birds? My, oh my! 17 seconds later, it's 5-2. Again, we'll go to Bill Williams for the particulars once he's got them handy. Here's Bill. So the assist goes to Jack Zimmer, and the goal, if you were able to hear Bill Williams, credited to Chris Mazzello with the net front redirect, his 9th of the season. What a flurry of activity from the Delaware Blue Hens to turn a 2-0 deficit into a 5-2 lead. Where did that come from? And they're right back on the attack. Docking absorbs a check in the far corner, loses the puck. Here comes Mullen up the left side for Navy. He's angled wide by Cascone. The Delaware back check improving. Now in goal for Navy is number 30, Charles Doherty. He went in after the 5th goal. He sports a 4-6 record, a .255 goals against average, and a .924 save percentage. He won't see his first shot on Pierkowski's entry to the zone. We've got some action off the play as Patterson and Mullen get tied up. Meanwhile, Jamieson can't keep the momentum going for Navy. He was checked off the puck and off his feet in the far corner of the Delaware end. Docking recovers the puck. He lofts it in the air up the near boards. And it goes the length of the ice for an icing. With 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the second period of action. 5-2 advantage Delaware. They turned on the Jets in the second period. That's an understatement. Jamieson and Docking to take the draw at the near circle right in front of Corbin Gustafson. Patterson reaches for the puck, caroms it around to the far half wall. Wagner leaves it back to Cascone. Stretch pass, connects to Pierkowski at the right point. Into the far corner he goes, he gets tripped up, lost the puck to Schau. Schau Across ice near side to Riley Jamieson. A cannon from the top of the right circle clears the crossbar, rings off the glass, and Docking is unable to chip it on past Schoeneman heading the other direction. Schoeneman retreating to his own blue line, gets the momentum going for Navy from left to right. Advance to Shawan, now to Dan Fisher. Taken away from him by DeFerris with 4.5 minutes to go in the second period. Jake DeFerris through traffic. Dumps the puck into the far corner. Chased there by Schoeneman. DeFerris is able to get to it. They're tied up behind the cage. Offering support for Delaware is Devin Jenny. He recovers just above the right corner. Plays the puck in deeper. Hulser is checked off of it by Riley Jamieson. Kept in by DeFerris at the right half wall off his backhand. To Jenny, turning to avoid a check. He chases it down, gets blown up by Jamieson. Lost his footing, puck ends up near side. Good keeps it in at the left point. There's another net front opportunity, and it's in two! It is 6-2 Delaware. Another net front rebound chance. Another Delaware goal as Doherty gives up his first of the night. This at 16:05. Goal information to come from Bill Williams. It was awfully crowded in that slot area, so we couldn't track the goal scorer for you. We'll give you the Wayne Sands version as soon as Bill gathers his thoughts and prepares the script. Here is Bill. So Jenny, in addition to an assist earlier in the period, gets his first of the game and gets his second of the season. At 16:05, it is now a 6-2 contest. Advantage Delaware, Ostrander, and Good with the assists. Down to the final 3 minutes of the second period. Zimmer across to the top of the right circle. Stepping up was Chuma with a shot that was blocked away. Zimmer recovers at his own blue line. He's pursued by Aiden Riley, who tripped over the blue line. Gets you every time, Aiden. Zimmer on the run now as Riley keeps the heat on him. Cross ice pass finds Chuma. Chipped over center by Felice, batted into the Navy zone, cleared back out, off the near glass by Giannini. Emmerich absorbs a check, trying to play the puck the other way, gets it to Skip Redgate. Centering pass blocked by the body of Joe Walton, who took one for the team there. And this will be an icing against Navy with 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in the second period. And the sounds of Lukey's boat from the Fred Rust Arena organist, bringing play from right to left. 2:10 to go here in this second period as the Hens' Jake Nema gets carried to the far wall. Nema scrapping for the puck. It's swatted out of his reach by Burke. Patterson recovers for Delaware. Mazzella chips it in over center to the near corner, so icing is avoided as Niski chases the puck down. To Mazzella, Patterson, hard slapper from the left point. Turned aside by Doherty and brought out to center the other way. Puck gloved down. It was off the stick of Joe Kelly. Thrown in. Gustafson gloved it down, and the breakout pass attempt up the near wall was batted into the netting and out of play with 96 seconds to go here in period number 2. Delaware 6, Navy 2. Face off at the near circle, cleared out by the Hens. Mids recover. Reynolds up the near side, works it to Golembrowski. One-on-one, Golembrowski's shot. Batted down by Gustafson. He's able to track down the rebound and cover the puck up before Golembrowski could take a second chance at the Delaware net. In front of his hometown crowd, no less. 80 seconds to go in the second period, and what a period it's been for Delaware. Just a relentless attack from the boys in white. Good is able to work the puck onto Pierkowski, but it's kept in by Brendan Reynolds for Navy at the right point. Thrown in to a congested slot. Mullen could not direct it past Gustafsson on the welcome mat. DeFerris gains the puck, waiting behind his own cage. He plays it to the near side, and Harrison Good. Good shovels it off his backhand along the wall, but Douglas keeps it in for Navy. Work down low once again to Docking. Docking absorbs a check at the far side. Jandoli, offering support, is able to loft the puck as far as the Navy blue line, where it's batted down by Reynolds. Now handled by Scotcha, pressed deeper into his zone, and this will be a Delaware penalty. 34 seconds to go in the second. And who's coming off? Jandoli again. For a trip this time. This comes at 19:26 by the official tally. Delaware killed off the first penalty they were dealt so far this evening. And Reynolds holds down the right point on this second Navy power play. He gets the puck back from Schoenemann. Now into the far corner to Jamieson. Back to Schoenemann it comes. He's kept wide by Pierkowski. Schuma keeps him to the corner boards. Back it comes to Reynolds. Across, one-timer from the top of the right circle, and Joe Walton was wide of the Delaware cage. Brendan Reynolds, control center point again. Back to Walton, thrown through the slot. Schuma was able to mark Jamieson. 2-1. The second period has reached its conclusion, and the Delaware Blue Hens, to the appreciation of the Spread Rust Arena crowd, will head to the dressing room in a much better spot than they came out for the second period. They are now up 6-2 over Navy. 40 minutes in the books. You're watching Delaware Hockey Night at DEHockeyNight.com and listening to Delaware Hockey Night Radio, also streaming at Delaware Hockey Night at DEHockeyNight.com. And they're both brought to you by the DHN Media Group. Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night. Second intermission, Delaware with a 6-2 lead over Navy. The Blue Hens came out of absolutely nowhere in that second period to put up a half dozen and turn this into an entirely different hockey game. James Witherite joining you here at Fred Rust Arena. And we're joined in the press box during this intermission by one of the driving forces behind the Open Net Foundation and someone who is very instrumental in the development of hockey here in the First State. Spent some time as the interim coach of the Blue Hens last season when Todd Mittelmeyer was out nursing a back injury, and I speak of Richard Rue. Rich, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jim.
So tonight we're all about the Open Net Foundation. You do a lot of great work here in Delaware with the hockey community. Tell us about your mission and tell us about this event and what cause we're supporting.
Yeah, so the Open Net Foundation's been at it for a little over 15 years now, and when we started out, the goal was really to try to raise some money to help fight juvenile arthritis, and I found out the hard way. My daughter was diagnosed with juvenile arthritis when she was 3, and I went through this period of sort of feeling sorry for myself, but we were lucky. She responded well to the medication finally. And then I kind of channeled that emotion into trying to do something good. And I've always felt like the hockey community around here in Delaware could be brought together, to help raise money for things like this. So we did our first event. We called it the Open Net Tournament. And the idea was that the last minute of every period of all the games in the tournament would be played with an open net. And it was, that point in the game when the net's empty, it's a lot of urgency.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was sort of our flagship event, and we've been doing tournaments in hockey for the most part, but we've actually expanded to do other sports like baseball in the recent past, and raised a lot of money for juvenile arthritis. But we've also expanded our mission to include a lot of other childhood-related diseases. So we've helped with the sled hockey program here in Delaware and raising some money to support that. The Autism Delaware group. And every year the board just evaluates different things that are going on. One year we had a kid that needed an adaptive bike because he was essentially crippled, and that was how he was going to get around. And so we helped pay for that.
So it's grown over the last 15 years really to make a positive impact in a lot of young Delawareans' lives and raise money toward research. And
yeah, we were lucky tonight because I think a lot of times people want to know, well, where's all that money going? And we're a completely volunteer-run organization, and we've got a great group of volunteers to be able to put on an event like this. And so we were lucky enough to have Dr. Brescia from the AI DuPont, who's with the rheumatology group there. And she explained, some of the progress that's been made. And some of the money that we donated went to fund research that she and her group are doing at AI. And so it's nice to feel like we're making progress.
It certainly sounds like it, and certainly we've got a good turnout here at Fred Rust Arena tonight. Good crowd on hand, and I would imagine we're in the thousands for money raised for the Open Net Foundation from tonight's event.
Yeah. So between the first and second period, we did a check presentation, and we made a presentation for $5,000.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And it goes to show, too, what a great hockey community we've got here in Delaware, and hockey truly is family.
It really is, and we're trying to expand it to all the different points we can. And so between the first and second period tonight, we got the little kids involved with
I saw the Junior Blue Hens and the Nighthawks here.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And so when you think about it, for a lot of those kids, this might have been the first hockey game that they went to that was, like a college hockey or even professional hockey. And, you never know. If they come out to see one game, they may be back and hopefully, grow the whole, following for UD hockey as well.
And I might be a little bit partial, but to the young hockey players tuning in, and I know Bob Thomas, if he were here, would certainly echo this. If you want to watch good, high-quality hockey in the state of Delaware, this is where you come.
Absolutely. And Delaware has got a great tradition, and certainly the national championship that we won a few years back here is helping Delaware attract, some really good hockey players, and it's really cool to see.
Gonna pick your brain here a little bit. Can't let Coach Rue go without weighing in on the game. What did you see change between period 1 and period 2? It looked like night and day for this Delaware side.
I couldn't say it better. It really did look like night and day. And you know, when I was talking to some of the other players.
Just a fire under their rear end or something. I don't know.
There was a rumor that one of the alumni from years past went down and kicked them in the butt. But I think it's probably more most of the time it takes somebody on the bench that says, they're tired of this and they're not going to take it anymore. And, a lot of times it's not a coach's pep talk, but it's really the leaders on the team that do it. What I saw was a not-so-hungry, sloppy hockey team in the first period. And
one that was probably a little bit too comfortable after 2 easy wins over Syracuse. And,
absolutely.
And then they ran into a really strong Navy back check in the first period and couldn't generate the chances.
Yeah, and I think they finally came to the realization that, hey, unless we pick up our game, we're probably going to be getting a loss playing the way we are.
So they came back with a big second period. Goals from Felice, Pierkowski, Hulser, Niski on the penalty shot, Mazzella, and then Devin Jenny to make it 6-2 in the final 4 minutes of the period. So brand new hockey game from the Delaware side, and they've got the comfort of a 4-goal lead going into the third. Rich Rue, thanks for stopping by. Congratulations on the great work the Open Net Foundation is doing. And for our viewers and listeners, how can they get involved?
So if they go to www.opennetfoundation.org, they'll be able to see all about our events and contribute if they'd like to do that.
OpenNetFoundation.org.
Right.
Wonderful. Rich
Thanks,
Rue,
James.
thanks again.
Okay.
We'll take a timeout here on Delaware Hockey Night. When we come back, the third period of Delaware and Navy. Through 40 minutes of action, it's 6-2, advantage Blue Hens. You're watching and listening to Delaware Hockey Night, and it's all live at DEHockeyNight.com, brought to you by the DHN Media Group. Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night, streaming live at dehockeynight.com. We're coming at you from the Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. James Witherite flying solo this evening. You can follow me on Twitter if you're so inclined, at James Witherite. Of course, you can follow Delaware Hockey Night on Twitter at DE Hockey Night. And as Rich Rue mentioned during the second intermission, learn more about the Open Net Foundation and their mission at opennetfoundation.org. The Blue Hens are on the road in Alabama next weekend. They return home a fortnight from tonight when they host the Rhode Island Rams. Game time 6:15 on Friday evening next week. The first half of a DHN TV doubleheader featuring the Division II team against Liberty as well, and we'll have both halves of that doubleheader for you here on DHN TV simulcast on DHN Radio. Ready for period number 3. Off we go, and Felice wins the draw. Plays the puck to Cascone at the Delaware blue line across to Patterson, who lofts it along the far boards. In behind the Navy goal, it's corralled by Connor Hayden, advanced by Golembrowski. Into neutral territory, Cascone flips it back in behind the Navy goal once again. That second period saw Casey McCormick relieved of his duties after giving up 5. Charles Doherty gave up the 6th. It was Devin Jenny with his second of the season to put the Hens up 6-2 in the final 4 minutes of the second period. Emmerich tries to recover the puck for Delaware. It's kept in by Nathan Hayden for the Navy midshipman. He played the carom shot behind the cage, taken away by Mike Patterson. Icing waved off as the puck skitters on past goaltender Charles Doherty, who elected not to play it on. Pierkowski brings it back in up the right side. It was headman to him by Good. Pierkowski lost it at the dot. It's batted away by Schoeneman to the far side. Recovered by Pierkowski. Walked in. Wraparound attempt. Stacking the pads as Doherty to make the save. And coming in, Brendan Reynolds clears the trash out from directly in front of the Navy net. Schoeneman backhands the puck along up the near boards to an accelerating Andrew Douglas. He careens into Delaware territory, but lost the puck at the bottom of the left circle to the hands of Harrison Good. Good up the middle to Docking. Docking gains the zone, crossing left side. Niski is on, so too is DeFerris. A piecemeal line change for Delaware off the dump and chase. Docking carried it in. Now he will come off as Schoeneman presses play across neutral ice. Niski in a one-on-one. He's hacked at on his way in. Backhander in toward the net, caught by Doherty, and he holds on for the stoppage. 1 minute 55 seconds in the books here in period number 3. And the Hens with a 6-2 lead. And an attacking zone face-off. But possession back in the hands of the midshipmen in their end. Ostrander, or rather Nima, can't protect the zone. Pressing on through is Danny Fisher. He dumps the puck to the near corner, chases it down, but getting there first was Jake Nima. He can't clear as Joe Walton keeps the zone airtight at the left point. Dumped in down low again, handled by Nima. He backhands it around the corner to the far side where Niski flips it on to Jack Zimmer. He ricochets it off the boards while absorbing a check. Delayed offside on Delaware. Everyone tags up now. Nima keeps the pressure on. Puck ends up behind the Navy goal where Walton plays it out up the far boards. No icing. It was waved off by linesman Mike Campbell. And Jack Zimmer circles behind to recover. Stretch pass up the near boards to Emmerich. He gains the right point. Tried to feed the puck on to Skip Redgate, but Burke took it away for Navy. Burke into a 1-on-3 up the near side. Instead dumps the puck into the near corner, handled easily by Thomas Cascone. Cascone can't stick handle his way out over his own blue line. Forechecking pressure came in the form of Aiden Riley. Here's Riley with it now. Behind the net, around to the left side. He stops at the dot, centering pass in the path of Jack Burke. Poke checked away from him, and it's cleared by Mikey Patterson, but this will come back and icing with 16:37 to go in the third period, and Delaware with a 6-2 lead over Navy. The face-off comes to the left of Gustafson, who took a little bit of time to get warm. So did Delaware, but my oh my, did they heat up in a hurry in the second period. Scotcha bats the puck to the near corner. Wagner got a stick on it, but Kelly took it away. Up to the right dot, Reynolds stepped up for the wrister. It was off its line. Scotcha protects the left point. Back in, Joe Kelly behind the cage. Circles left side, drops to a knee, regains his footing. Feeds the puck to Scotcha, walked in, caught cleanly. That shot from the left dot was by Corbin Gustafson, who hangs on for the break of the action at the 3:50 mark of this third period, and the Delaware Blue Hens with a 6-2 lead. Face off in the near circle of the Delaware zone. Won by Hulser to Ferris, left corner. Tried to play it up the middle. Puck was batted away by Joe Kelly, centered to Golembrowski. He couldn't connect on the doorstep. Good muscles his way through. Here's a 2-on-1. Ostrander makes a D-line for the net, but the stick of Dan Schoenemann broke up the progress of Harrison Good. Ostrander gets it back, trying to put one on a tee for Gavin Hulser, but he fanned on the centering pass waiting for him on the welcome mat. Devin Jenny holds the puck in for Delaware at the right half wall. Backhands it in behind the cage, but it's taken away by Schoenemann from there. Advanced now up the right side by Connor Hyden. He steamrolls his way into the Delaware end. Good, trailed right back with him. Good gap control from the Delaware blue liner. Backdoor pass came from Edward Schau. Nobody home to field it. Stepping up, Joe Kelly was able to track down the puck. Once, twice he couldn't bat it in. Gustafson stood tall to make those saves. And a battle for the biscuit develops at the near half wall. It's chipped out by Good up the near boards. Batted by Ostrander forward. Here's Jenny and Hulser in a 2-on-1. Hulser net front, no dice. Couldn't get the shot off on a good line off the Jenny centering pass. Here come the Hens again. No, they don't. Schuma got stonewalled by Schau at the Navy blue line. Schau carried the puck across neutral ice. It's recovered by Docking. He streaks back the other way, 2-on-2, now a 3-on-2 attack for Delaware. Brought past to Pierkowski at the top of the left circle, and Docking made a cut to the net. Brought back the other direction now by Navy's Anders Gulbranson. He's kept wide by Zimmer on his way through up the right wing boards. Gulbranson maintains his footing, maintains the puck, centers it, Jamieson scores. Gulbranson with the centering pass to Riley Jamieson, who gets his first of the season. This came at the 5:43 mark of period number 3. And the Delaware lead has been cut to 6-3. Textbook centering pass. Textbook net front shot over the shoulder of Gustafson and in. Branson from the right corner was able to line up Jamieson's first almost perfectly. It's getting chippy in front of the Delaware cage. Giannini with a cannon from long range ends up in the near corner. Cascone leaves it for Nima, absorbing a check from Jamieson.
The assist number 16, Anders Robertson. Time to goal, 5 minutes 43 seconds. 10 on the goal, 16 assists for Navy at 5.
Jamieson from Gulbranson, confirmed by Bill Williams, the official record of Navy's third goal. That puts them back within 3. Good, pokes the puck ahead to Niski, 3-on-1. Niski lost his footing at the left half wall. Plays the puck back into his own zone, errantly so. Recovered by Giannini for Navy. Punched back out to the midshipman blue line, recovered by Scotcha. Advanced by Giannini up the right wing boards. Nima punches it back the other way. Puck volleyed from blue line to blue line, and now iced by Scotcha with 12:56 to go in regulation. And Delaware with a 6-3 lead, and now an attacking zone draw coming their way. Kevin Felice and Jack Burke to take this draw. To the left of Doherty. Felice chases the puck forward off the faceoff, leaves it back to DeFerris. A hard wrister from 40 feet out just above the circles, clears the crossbar. Felice able to track it down, checked off the puck by Burke. Emmerich comes scooting through up the inside to take it away. Emmerich back to Felice. Another hard check from Burke in the far corner boards. Felice perseveres. He finds some space now. Hard shot from the left dot. Caught and held on to by Doherty. Bringing us a pause in the action with 12 and a half minutes to go here in regulation. Next home game for the Division I Blue Hens, Friday, November 22nd, when they host the University of Rhode Island. Game time 6:15, the first half of a DHN TV and DHN radio doubleheader. Full broadcast schedule is always available at dehockeynight.com. 12-12 to go. Navy back on the offensive, pile up for the puck in the near corner. Connor Hayden at the center of that. Here's DeFerris in a one-on-one shot off the post. DeFerris gets his own rebound, nearly the extra point for the Delaware blue liner, but nothing but iron again. That was the second clanger of the night. Joe Kelly back the other direction. Connor Hayden made a cut for the net, couldn't get there. Redgate ends up with the puck, leaves it to Felice. Now to Emmerich, who will carry it through neutral ice up the left wing boards. He tried to center it over the Blue End logo into the path of Felice, but Golombrowski picked him off. Advanced to Hayden the other direction. Puck is loose, recovered by Ostrander. Ostrander with a drop pass at the right point to Devin Jenny, who keeps the momentum going. He tried to walk the puck in and jam it past Doherty, could not. It's cleared out. Thrown back in by Zimmer the other way, through the rafters, off the glass in the near corner, and we play on. 11 minutes and change to go. Delaware 6, Navy 3. Jenny, backdoor pass. Ostrander checked off the puck in the low slot. And the follow-up chance from Zimmer is deflected into the netting and out of play with 10 minutes and 56 seconds to go. In a tale of two contests. The first period had Navy written all over it. The second period wouldn't be any more different than it was. 6 straight Delaware goals. Riley Jamieson got one back for Navy at 5:43 here in the third period. But the Hens have been able to control the momentum much better in the last 30 minutes of hockey that we've seen compared to the first 20. Icing against Delaware with 10:30 to go in regulation. Face off to the right of Corbin Gustafson. Gavin Hulser takes the draw for Delaware across from Riley Jamieson, the most recent of the Navy goal scorers. Wrist shot center point came from Nick Vickers. Gustafson squeezes the knees, closes the 5-hole, Hens with a 2-on-2. Ostrander splits the wickets with the puck from just over the Navy blue line. Time for a line change. Cascone comes crashing in, protects the right point, prolongs the attack, throws a shot in from the half wall, catches Doherty right in the breadbasket, and brings us a chance to breathe with 10 minutes and 7 seconds to go here in the third period of play. Face-off comes to Doherty's left. Docking and Burke to take this draw. Docking swats it forward to Jandoli. Pierkowski tracks the puck to the far side, so does Docking. He keeps it in for Delaware. Docking looking for space, leaves it to Jandoli behind the cage, but it's taken away from him by Reynolds. He cannot carry it out of the zone. Cascone reaches to poke it in at the right point and keep this Delaware attack going a little bit longer. Reynolds gets it back for Navy, clears it up in the air as far as the Blue Hens blue line. Jandoli surrounded by 3 midshipmen. Leaves it back to his own stripe. Good. Pierkowski. Cross ice breakout pass, and Pierkowski's shot from the top of the right circle is stick checked into the atmosphere and out of play with 9 minutes and 27 seconds to go. Hens looking to build on a 6-3 lead as this third line carries on. Mismatch in the face-off circle favors the Navy midshipmen, and they're able to break free. Kelly won the draw. Golembrowski up to Connor Hayden. He's checked off his shot lane by DeFerris from 15 feet away from the Delaware net. But the midshipmen are able to reset and regroup. Kelly working below the cage. Golembrowski brings it back out into the flat to Schau. Worked across to the right dot. Hard wrister from Connor Hayden's well off its line. Rebound controlled by Docking, but he lost his footing in the puck at the bottom of the far circle. Kelly to Schau again. Schau circles behind the net. Tried to flip the puck back to the Delawarean Derek Golembrowski, but instead gave it up to Docking. Couldn't connect with Pierkowski on the headman pass through the middle. DeFerris trails back into the near corner of his own zone. Fresh legs on for both sides. It's the top line on for Delaware. Second line on now for Navy. Here comes Douglas. Weaving through traffic left side. Centering pass from back door off the stick of Gulbranson. That puck ends up in the near corner of the Delaware end, lofted out by Good. Volleyed back by Giannini, who caught the puck and dropped it to shy of center. Good again in the near corner to the Ferris far side. Cross ice pass. Right past Mazzella, and on over the Navy goal line it goes. So with 7:58 to go in regulation, another icing against the Delaware Blue Hens will pin them back in their zone for the ensuing draw. False start on the face-off. Nema and Jamieson. This draw won by Jamieson. Kicked back to the right point where Reynolds fanned on a slap shot attempt. Delayed offside on Delaware. Puck is brought out by McVickers up the near boards for Navy. He lost control of it and gave it up to Zimmer. Zimmer winds up in his zone. Puck bounces off Nema's stick, corralled by Niski. Nema posts up net front. Niski tried to jam one in on his way through the slot. Dan Fisher, holding close to home, was able to bat it out of harm's way. Mazzella couldn't take it on. Nema's shot from the right dot bounced off the pad of Doherty up into the air and brought back by Navy's Daniel Fisher. Play ends up at the Delaware blue line once again. Niski flips it back to Chuma. 7 minutes to go. Delaware with a 6-3 lead over the Navy midshipmen. Chuma nearly was pickpocketed by Burke just above the Navy blue line. Chuma regains the puck, dumps it back deep into the midshipmen territory. Played back out by Scotcha, who will steamroll his way up the far boards, but he gets tied up at the Delaware blue line by Chuma. Brought in now successfully by Burke. Played to his left to Days. Delayed penalty coming up. It will be against the Delaware Blue Hens. Extra attackers on it. Golembrowski. There's the whistle. There's the stoppage as Delaware touches up. And they'll head to the box with 6:34 to go in the third period. But they've got the comfort of a 3-goal lead yet. Felice off for high sticking. Some of our young hockey players in attendance proclaiming that they are not tired. Some of us have a 7:25 in-house game to officiate the next morning. So it'll be a quick nap and right back at it. For these Delaware Blue Hens, they head to Alabama for a 2-game set next week. Will not be making that trip. We'll stick around here with the Delaware Division II team as they host Drexel on Friday. That game will air on Delaware Hockey Night Radio and Delaware Hockey Night TV, followed by the Delaware Navy women's matchup joined in progress on DHN Radio. And then we hit the road on Saturday, November 16th. The Delaware women at Navy and the Delaware Division II men at Stevenson. We'll have both of those for you on DHN TV and DHN Radio alike. Programming note for tomorrow, we join the Division III Blue Hens as they travel to Rowan. That game will be on Delaware Hockey Night Radio only. Airtime at 5:30. Full broadcast schedule is always available at dehockeynight.com. Connor Hayden works his way back into the Delaware zone off the neutral ice face-off. Puck out of play off a Navy stick, brought it out of the Delaware end. But the midshipmen were able to re-enter without any trouble. Golembrowski working the left half wall. Sets up Hayden center point to the far side, and Joe Kelly. Shot from the dot off its line. Karams to the near corner. Golembrowski is hassled by Jandoli. He's on with Good, Emmerich, and DeFerris on this penalty kill. Golembrowski maintains the puck. Leaves it to Nathan Hayden. At the near half wall, he steps up to the outside of the circle. Golembrowski through the slot off the pads of Gustafsson. Rebound is controlled by Emmerich. He looks for some space, can't generate it. Sweeping into the far boards was John Mullen to keep the momentum going for Navy. Inside 5 minutes to go. The Mids are down 3 to the Hens. DeFerris pokes the puck behind the cage to the near corner. Good couldn't get rid of it. Golembrowski was right on him. Back to Hayden it comes, left point. Across to Kelly. Back to Connor Hayden. Walking the blue line. Over now to Nathan Hayden. Back to Connor. Stick in the air. And we've got a penalty. Interference is the call. And we're going to go to the Navy zone for the ensuing face-off as John Mullen comes off for interference with 4.5 minutes to go. Face-off will take place at the far circle. Of the Navy zone, and the midshipmen come away with the puck. Gotcha leaves it to Days. Tried to play it up the near boards out of the zone, was able to do so, but Niski recovers and carries it back in up the middle. Niski's going to stay in neutral territory, burn a little bit of time off the clock. Now he feeds it to Mazzella, who flips it into the near corner. Mazzella chases the puck down, but getting back to it quickly was Reynolds for Navy. DeFerris tries to protect the right point, but he gets steamrolled by Reynolds. Here up to the left dot comes Dan Fisher with a shot. Blocked down by Zimmer, who landed funny. Now he's back up on his feet and he's got the puck. Advance to Mazzella. Play it across his own blue line to Niski. He's got lots of space up the middle. It's worth noting that the Navy side, very accustomed to playing on the big sheet. McMullen Arena at the Brigade Sports Campus or Sports Complex in Annapolis is an international size rink. So they get plenty of cuts on the big ice, whereas many of Delaware's adversaries do not. Docking up the middle, sets up a 3-on-3. He's carried to the far boards by pressure from Douglas. Cross ice pass to Ferris near half wall. Back to Mazzella, mishandled at the top of the left circle. Reaching for it, Douglas couldn't swat the puck out of harm's way, but behind him, Giannini could. Schumer recovers in his own zone. Stretch pass hits to Ferris. He takes a hip check from Branson. Follow-up shot came from Redgate. Save made by Doherty. And we get a pause with 2:51 to go. In regulation, Delaware up 6-3 and 21 seconds left on the Mullen penalty. Second wave stays out. Docking, Ostrander, Hulser, Jenny, Chuma. Chuma holds down the left point, backhands the puck in closer. Swatted back at him by Giannini. Now to Ostrander, Hulser left corner. Back up high, Chuma through traffic, couldn't connect from the top of the left circle. Hulser docking net front, couldn't put the backdoor pass in past Doherty. And the penalty has expired. 2.5 minutes to go in regulation. Golembrowski lost his footing, got tied up with Chuma as he tried to storm into the Delaware zone. Ostrander clears, ricochets the puck off the boards in front of Bill Williams. Back up the right side, come Navy, but they'll be called back offside with 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go in regulation. Delaware Hockey Night Radio coming at you Saturday. Delaware Division III at Rowan, airtime 5:30. High school hockey on DHN TV on Monday as Salesianum hosts Westchester Henderson. That game coming from the Patriot Ice Center will hit the airwaves at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Full schedule available as always at dehockeynight.com. Here up the middle comes Mullen. Drop pass to Nathan Hayden at the left dot, couldn't connect. Mullen with it again. Tries to run the gauntlet behind the Delaware net, can't do so. Nathan Hayden, backdoor pass intended for Douglas, did not get to him. Gustafson dives on the puck to force the stoppage with 1:47 left in regulation. Fresh legs on for Navy. Doherty remains in net. In comes Joe Kelly to take the draw to Golembrowski. Kick back to Scotcha. A cannon from center point. Trickles wide of Gustafson. Puck recovered by Delaware's Gavin Hulser. Taken away by Golembrowski. Walked through the slot. Frozen again by Corbin Gustafson, scrambling to make the save with 92 seconds to go. Short pause in the action as both teams, well as the Delaware side rather, get some fresh legs on. Golembrowski staying on for the near circle face-off across from Skip Redgate. It's played to the far wall where Joe Kelly throws it across ice again. Off the near boards to Scotch at the point. Worked in behind. Recovered by Kevin Felice for Delaware, backhanded out of harm's way. Colin Emmerich will keep the momentum going. Plays the puck to his left and Skip Redgate. Held down at the far half wall by a Brendan Reynolds check. Midshipmen were able to clear. DeFerris recovers at his own blue line. Plays it off the near boards to Emmerich. But getting to it quicker was Scotcha. Advanced up the right side, taken away by Felice, rifled back in. Puck recovered behind the Navy goal by Reynolds. Up to Good it comes, protecting the zone at the right point. He and Connor Hayden get tied up. Now they break away. Play continues on behind the Navy goal. It is loose. Felice tracks it down off the skates of Emmerich. He lost sight of it net front, but Andrew Douglas did not, and he's able to play it on out. 25 seconds to go. Douglas together with Connor Hayden into the Delaware end, but this comes back offside with 22.2 seconds left. Connor Hayden escorted back to the bench after he and a Blue Hen had a few choice words for each other after play came to its break. Face off above. The Delaware blue line was won by Nima, left to Chuma. Across to Jack Zimmer, he plays the carom shot off the boards into Nima, winning the foot race to the goal line to avoid the icing. Nima circles behind. Shovels it back into the neutral zone where Zimmer will let the last 3, 2, 1 seconds tick off the clock, and the Delaware Blue Hens have defeated the Navy Midshipmen by a tally of 6-3. 6 skaters with Delaware goals. Felice, Pierkowski, Hulser, Niski, Mazzella, and Jenny. And Corbin Gustafson gets his second win in net as a Delaware Blue Hen. That will do it for us on Delaware Hockey Night. The Hens improved to 9-6 in advance of their 2-game road trip to Alabama next weekend. The Navy Midshipmen dropped to 7-5-3. For the entire Delaware Hockey Night crew, for our good friend Grace Dunleavy handling camera duties this evening, this is James Witherite bidding you adieu. This has been a copyrighted presentation of the DHN Media Group, all rights reserved. This is Delaware Hockey Night, streaming live at dehockeynight.com, and it's all brought to you by the DHN Media Group. Thanks for your company. We'll see you again soon. Have a good night.